steam, it's time to the morning steam, it's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you and happy Good Friday. I hope you'll have a meaningful day here today as we celebrate today and get ready for some sports betting action here on Friday on the Sports Money Network and with our show here, Morning Steam. Thank you for joining me here. I'm Ramon Scott, ready to go here with our card today. We've got Major League Baseball. It's opening day around the country here. Several teams beginning their home campaigns in 2026. So we've got daytime baseball to go over today. It's kind of the featured coverage here. The women's Final Four today as well. Pretty fun. A good Final Four, huh? For all number one seeds. And maybe we'll talk about that. Those games here a little bit today. There's also, well, if you really care, the UFL has a game today. The DC Defenders, my pick to win it all in the UFL against the Columbus Aviators, week 2 of the UFL season. We've got NBA. We've got a couple of games on the ice tonight. And, fortunately, no men's basketball for me, man. Had some trouble there with these postseason tournaments so far. Hope you're doing okay with them. Here, golf action underway today, some tennis as well. Let me know what's on your sports betting docket here for today. There is some action here in Europe today. La Liga with a game here today. League One with a game today, and action tonight in Mexico with my Tijuana Xolos taking on Tigres tonight at home at Estadio Caliente. All right, let's say hello to the folks here in the chat. We'll get ready rolling with the show, but I want to know that you can get more picks from me here today when you go to winnable.com/Ramon. This is how you get a little extra content from me. I'm hopefully going to give you some great winners here on the show right now with our picks, but if you'd like to get some more picks, maybe in a more timely fashion, close to the game time, a little more thought and research into those picks, you can join me over at winnable.com/Ramon. At the end of the show, I'll make a drawing. Someone will win 1 month worth of those picks, and you can check it out and see how it goes. Did have some okay winners here yesterday. I thought overnight I tried to play a little action from Australia with Auckland, but it ended up a 1-1 tie in there, and also dropped my rugby league play overnight too with the Rabbitohs and the Bulldogs. The Rabbitohs didn't get it done, but I had the under there in that one, and it went over. So I will try to get it back here. We did have some winners yesterday with my picks over on winnable.com, including a 2-1 night. In the NHL, I had Philadelphia and Detroit game to go over. I had Edmonton and Chicago under. I had some free winners in there as well, but did come through with some college baseball winners yesterday. Not as hot as I once was there this week. We went just 2 and 3 winners with Georgia Tech on the run line, Baylor and BYU over. Did hit here also last night with some of our plays here on the Morning Steam. So let me cover some of the finals and some of the games here from last night in Major League Baseball. There was only a couple of games there yesterday that we had 3 games overall. So we had some winners, though, here on the Morning Steam for sure. We had the Atlanta Braves over Arizona. They put up 17 runs yesterday in that one. So did bring home that winner there. And also had a winner with the Minnesota Twins there on the run line against Kansas City. They were able to get it done. Scored all those runs late. I did think it was going to be over, but the Royals just didn't contribute, even with those conditions. It took a while to get the scoring going there, actually. In that one. So we're back at it here in Major League Baseball today with a full slate. Again, a lot of day games here, so get ready. And then, of course, we're going to have here, at the top of the day, noontime Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, we will have the guys joining us with Bases Loaded. They'll have their baseball preview show leading up to the early action here today. So those games beginning today here at 105 Eastern, 10:05 Pacific, because we have basically 9 day games, I think, here today, and then a light card at night. So we'll preview those. Big night in the NBA, just 2 games on the ice, as I said, and get the previews going in those as well. So thank you for joining me here. NBA last night, winners here on the morning steam included the Timberwolves and the Pistons game to go under. That one would come home. I tried to say the overs were back in vogue here this week, but we did have the under as a winner there in that one. Also, morning steam winner over with the Lakers and the Thunder last night, even though it did land there. A little bit of awkward final, but when we're on the air here, I was able to get it done there with that over yesterday in the Laker game. But Oklahoma City with that big win, 139-96, and we'll have to keep an eye on Luka Doncic, and his hamstring injury did not look good. And with just 5 games left in the season, you got to really wonder if we'll see him at all for the rest of the season here, as they got blown out of that one, kind of a record-setting loss. But got to certainly be concerned there with Luka and his status here. Probably have to take the rest of the season off to get that hamstring ready. And can the Lakers hold on to third place with him out of the lineup? Also here, morning steam winner here yesterday on the Blazers over the Pelicans, 118-106 as Blazers get the win and the cover there. NHL, we did have morning steam winners here yesterday, including Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay game to go over yesterday. That was a winner for us here on the show as Tampa won at 6-3. Also had the Montreal Canadiens final over the Rangers 3-2 yesterday for a morning steam winner. Also brought it home with Washington and New Jersey game to go over as New Jersey rocked 7-3 there in that one. Also, we had the Oilers on the puck line yesterday here on the show. They beat the Chicago Blackhawks 3-1. Got that puck line winner there yesterday. Also, morning steam winner here with the Vegas Golden Knights on the puck line over the Calgary Flames. They got that win 6-3. A morning steam winner here. Toronto and San Jose game to go under. San Jose got the win there 4-1. So let me hear from you guys in the chat. Let me know how you did. I'll say hello to some folks. We're not going to rehash too much here because we got to get going. I'm certainly not going to rehash college basketball, but I will talk about it here real quick with some of the games out there anyway at the college basketball crown and also the NIT there last night. And had some action here in Las Vegas. It was Tulsa over New Mexico, 74-69, as my man Shot Fake Jake is out there. Tulsa advances with a win over New Mexico. Also, West Virginia over Stanford in overtime, 82-77. Final. Auburn rocked Illinois State, 88-66. And it was Creighton over Rutgers, 82-69. College basketball action here yesterday at the NIT and the college basketball crown. All right. Good to see everyone. Let's say hello in the chat and get the show started here. We got Weed Team. Good to see Weed Team there. There he is. There. Nice to have Weed Team in there. He says, got to be coming to an end here with Ant-Man. Maybe missing the game again here. Thanks to Weed Team there. Andrew K. also here today. that one. Thank you to Andrew. And Nuke is here, everyone. Let's say hello, like this video, subscribe to our channel. Steve Leftarian here. Good morning, Nuke Worker. Talking about the college basketball crown there yesterday. Also, Nick Handy. Good morning. Bobby Mack in there as well. And we've got, let's see, who else? Hey, Tambian Viper. I thought it might be Ambient Viper there. Good to have you in there. He's at the Marlins. This is top play of the day. And we team here talking about the Marlins at home today. M the Great, hello. Blake is in there as well. Who else we got? We team total, maybe Minnesota again. And just having trouble making some sense of our friend here. Twisted's ready to go, talking about the college basketball tonight with the women's Final Four. Maybe we just touch on that real quick. Got my picks, I think, ready to go here anyway. And I'm taking South Carolina plus the points against Connecticut. I really like what the Gamecocks can do. I think they can match up with the powerful Huskies team with Coach Don Staley, matchup of great coaches there. Certainly Connecticut worthy of favoritism, but these are all number one seeds. I'm willing to take 6.5 points there with South Carolina, and I'm going to take UCLA plus 2. Maybe Texas is getting that attention here today, but I'm going to take the Bruins in this one plus 2 points. There's our smash it and like it, pass it around there from Nuke. All right, I think we'll just get ready to go and start the show here right now with no time to waste. We've got all these baseball games to talk about here this afternoon. And a good card here for sure. We're underway with a 14-game card. I guess a couple of teams are off here. Let's get rolling, huh? Anyways, use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off those premium pick packages from me if you want more action here. Again, not a matter of, proving that I can give you the wins and losses, just a matter of keeping you updated on a lot of games in sports and give you more picks in sports from around the betting perspective, not just the major leagues, but I like to play some of the overnights just when I'm here working at my desk, making my plays for the day, and I send them out to you, get you some more action here. Make sure you're following all the sports, okay? AJ Stogsdill here today as well. Let's go and start the show with, well, it wouldn't be a baseball show without the Dodgers minus 265 on the road against the Washington Nationals. Miles Mikolas going for the Nats here, Emmett Sheehan for the Dodgers here as we get the show underway. But man, I guess the Dodgers, I mean, we know they're number one, but I guess they're already, going off here on the road against Washington. They're 4-2. The Nats are 3-3. I guess that's worthy of a 265 favorite if you're the Dodgers. Seems kind of far-fetched. I mean, they're the Dodgers. They're going to be pretty good here so far, but hey, they're just 2-4 on the run line so far. Washington's 5-1 on the run line so far. Why wouldn't they be able to hang here in this one against the mighty Dodgers? At least stay in this game. Dodgers are 4-2 coming in. Home opener here for the Nationals to get the season started. So it does seem a little bit crazy to me. I mean, I'm sure the Dodgers will, win 120 games or something this year, but just to win this one game by more than 2 runs here, 2 runs or more with Emmett Sheehan. Now look, Sheehan pretty good, but right now he comes in here with a 10.8 ERA after that first start of the season, 2.1 whip and 6 strikeouts in his season debut. Meanwhile, for Miles Mikolas, 7.2 ERA, 1.8 whip. He didn't look that great either in his first start here. So let's see how these pitchers kind of fare here in this one with Sheehan and Mikolas. The Dodgers are deep and the Dodgers have the bats here, but they're not really going off here so far to start the season. You got Ohtani, $167, Kyle Tucker, $175, Mookie, Buck 36, Freddie Freeman batting 200, Will Smith batting 200. Hard to find any Dodgers with any good batting averages unless you go down to Pages hitting over 400. The bottom of the lineup's hitting better than the top of the lineup. Meanwhile, for Washington, they've got some guys stroking the ball, man. You got uh, Lyle, 400 average so far. You got House, 350. Uh, Vivas, 375. Now, these aren't your typical guys. They're not going to be able to hang that long, but Wood only hitting 111 so far. CJ Abrams, 235. Nunez, 235 here, but still, man, to think of this line so big right now, I don't feel like I want to trust it, but let me hear from you guys in the chat. I'll look at your plays and pop them up here on the screen as we get rolling here on our show. And I want to see what you guys have, if anything. Here's Blake. He's on the Nationals on the run line. 9 legacy Nationals run line. Team total over. Robert's going over here in this one. He sees some run production. Jim Duweiger in here. I'm going to have to take the Nationals here. Like I said, I'm just not trusting anybody, any team right now, even the Dodgers. I mean, like I said, so far on the run line, 2-4. Okay, they're the Dodgers. I mean, they're going to be laying the run line all season long, but Washington is 5-1, getting the run and a half. So they've been an underdog in every game. The Dodgers have been favored in every game, and the Nats are 5-1 on the run line. So I'm taking them on the run line here against the Dodgers here today. Give me the Nationals plus 1.5. Barr's going to take Carolina in that women's game there in the first semifinal. And Barr on the Dodgers on the run line. He likes it. Take it today. Lay it with the Dodgers, he says. I'm going to have to go with the Nationals here with that 5-1 run line record so far. I'll take the Nats. All right, the St. Louis Cardinals and McGreevy going up against Framber Valdez opening day here in Detroit. So get a look at Framber at home. Maybe he can be better than Framber was on the road. Although I'd take that, 1.5 ERA. He was fine in that first start. Did not get a decision. 1.3 whip, 5 strikeouts in his debut with the Tigers on the road. For McGreevy here, a real strong performance in that first game. Got saddled with a no decision, but no runs allowed, 0.33 whip, 5 strikeouts for McGreevy here as the Cardinals take on the Tigers in this one. $1.70, $1.80 now, 8 under, let me see, that should be 8 under 25, not 225, I think. There we go. Fix that up real quick. There we go. All right. And for the Cardinals here, look, Detroit's cold right now with those 4 straight losses. Their bullpen's been pretty shaky so far as well. A 5.82 ERA for the Detroit bullpen. Cardinals are thriving as an underdog here so far. They are 4-2 this season. They've been an underdog in every single game so far. Detroit, meanwhile, 2-4, 1-1. As a favorite coming in here. The Tigers' offense should be better than they are right now. They really haven't looked that great. So I don't know. It feels like another game where I kind of want to be on the dog here a little bit. Am I going to be forced to take a run line, though? Because not totally trusting wanting to go against Valdez. Here, look, McGreevy getting some rave reviews here, but I do want to temper any enthusiasm. I mean, he's already been, in the league here and hasn't really been a world beater, but it's supposed to be, probably number 2 here in this Cardinals rotation behind Liberatore. Not a great Cardinals team, but hey, it could be a decent season here if they can keep the pitching together a little bit. They're plus 1.5 at minus 140 here in this one, but oh man, let's see what you guys have here. And man, I had a computer reset, so I've got to almost log into everything again. That's going to be a little bit of a distraction. Might be without some of my numbers here, I think, because of this. Oh man, that's all right. maybe I'll just go to the chat and get it from you guys here instead of worrying about it. I did want to kind of look at the lineups here a little bit, but might have to go to a secondary site here. All right, let's see what you got though. Cardinals are at plus 1.5, minus 140. Not much trending here with the team so far as over under is concerned out of the gate. Anyway, both teams are kind of sitting at 3-3. 3 overs, 3 unders for each team here so far. St. Louis is 1-4 in their last 5 games against Detroit. Overall, 8 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams on the road at Detroit here have gone under, but 6 of the last 9 between the two teams have gone over. So let's see what you think here in this one, and maybe I'll default here a little bit to the total, but I'll hear from you guys in the chat first, and then maybe I'll make a call. Okay, here we go. It's going to be Blake does like this game to go under there, and Barr says take the Cardinals on the run line. That's kind of what I want to do in this one, but pardon me. I'm going to go Robert here on the Tigers on the run line, so kind of conflicting numbers in there. I'm going to go over in this one at 8 runs plus $1.05. Give me the over here with the Cardinals and the Tigers. Next up, the Marlins and Yuri Perez going up against the Yankees and Will Warren. Preview of the World Series here between these two teams. The Marlins are cooking at 5-1. They played the Rockies and they played the Rockies so far, and they played the White Sox. But hey, they're 5-1, one of the best records in the league so far. I don't think anybody's undefeated yet. Yankees, meanwhile, come in here, record of 5-1 as well. So two teams in different stratospheres as far as their 5-1 records are concerned. But hey, Yuri Perez so far so good for Yuri Perez. 3.85 ERA in that first start. Got a no decision. 0.86 whip, 8 strikeouts in that debut. For Will Warren, 2.07 ERA, 1.62 whip, 3 strikeouts. Also a no decision there for Warren. Both teams come in having won 2 straight games to open this series here. The Miami Marlins beat the White Sox 2-1 in their last series, and meanwhile the Yankees won 2-1 at Seattle as both teams come in here. Like I said, 5-1 so far. The Marlins here, believe it or not, have been a favorite in every game. So Yankees, meanwhile, also been a favorite in 4 of 5. They're 4-1 against the spread as a favorite. Yankees are 0-4-1 to the under so far, however, as a favorite coming in. And I don't know. I think the pitching will probably be will stand up here. It feels like with these two, especially with these bullpens, also have been very, very strong so far this season for both the Yankees and the Marlins. Yankees have an elite bullpen, 1.83 ERA, but the Marlins 0.51 so far. Now, of course, the Yankees are going to have a lineup edge. They are in their home opener here, so it's going to be probably a low-scoring game, I would think. I think we could be looking at a pitcher's duel here. The Yankees are 4-1 on the run line so far this season, and again, this will be first time as an underdog here in this one for the Marlins. So let's see how you have it here. Yankees, maybe it's a manageable number with Warren at $1.70 or so here. Let's see what the chat has to say. I'm sure the Yankees will get plenty of attention. I'm not sure even if we want to believe in the Marlins, if we can, given their strength of schedule with those 2 games. But hey, you can only play who you play. Let's see what we've got here. Yankees on the run line for NYC Bar. Yankees on the run line for 9 Legacy. Hello to Philly Eagle Flyer in there. Blake says go under in this one. I can't necessarily disagree there. And, just will it be a Yankees blowout here, or can we trust these Marlins to hang in there at least for today?
Critical notice.
I'm probably wanting to go with the run line here with the Marlins right now. They are plus 1.5 at minus $1.45 though. Oh boy. All right. Any other comments here in the chat before I make a play here with that? I kind of want to take the Marlins here on the run line today and think they can hang in here because I'm just concerned a little bit about this price. But $1.45 doesn't sound great either. But I'm not going to take them on the run line. Just give me the Marlins here plus 1.5 in this one against the Yanks. I'll take the Marlins with Yuri Perez here. Robert's going over. And let's see. Will Warren struggles against lefties, says Twisted. Said they should have a few in the lineup today. Yeah, you look at the splits here a little bit. Let me see if I can peek at those here real quick. Of course, the Yankees, I got them rated as the number one lineup. Not an overwhelming matchup for the Yankees necessarily against Yuri Perez, but still, when you got that effective lineup. The Marlins, I've got them just outside my top 10 lineups. I'm not sitting there rating the Marlins as a bottom 5 lineup or anything. I like the lineup that they're going to be putting out there for now. We'll see if it continues to hold up, but you do have some guys here performing right now. Xavier Edwards hitting 400, Liam Hicks 467 right now, Lopez 318, Casey 350 batting average, Conine 400. So the Marlins are hitting here right now, and I do think they've got close to a top 10 lineup here. So Robert's going over here in this one to even sprinkle the money line. Maybe I should be just money line here and take my chances, but a little conservative here still. First week of the season completing here. Yeah, I'll take the Marlins on the run line. Okay. And let's keep it moving here right now. It'll be opening day in Fenway Park as the Padres come in to take on the Boston Red Sox. The Padres have the better record of these two teams. Padres are 2-4. Red Sox a 1-5 mark here. Now Michael King had a good start in his debut this season. Didn't allow any earned runs, a 1.0 whip, 6 strikeouts in his debut. Meanwhile, for Sonny Gray, 6.75 ERA, a no decision for Gray. Boston's lost 5 straight games coming in here in this one. Boston's struggling here to get things going right now. So we'll see what you got. But at 1-5 and 1-4 against the spread as a favorite so far. Boston 1-4 against the spread on the run line. Padres are 0-2, however, as a run line underdog here, having lost 4 games so far. But hey, it's opening day here. I think there could be some runs in this one. Wind blowing out to center, 8.5 miles an hour coming into this one. And not only that, you got a Boston team 4-2 to the over so far. Padres 2-0 to the over as an underdog here. So I'm probably going to play the total actually in this one with the going over. Boston probably still a little bit overpriced even with this number here. Padres bullpen 3.5 ERAs, somewhat trustworthy, but I'm going to go with the over here in this one with the Padres and the Red Sox today at is it 8.5 there or 9? 8.5 under 15. I'm going to go over here with the Padres and the Red Sox. Yeah, 8.5 over. Some books open, Bet Online open 9.5 under. DraftKings open 9 under, and now it's dipped. But I think it's going over here. I'm going to go over in this one with the Padres and the Red Sox today. Let's see what the chat has to say for this matchup. All right. Hey, Greg's here. He's got his comments in there on the Miami game. Twisted's on the Padres here. Jim's on the over. Cash Kane on the Red Sox. And, let's see here. Can't trust Sonny Gray, says Twisted. Chris Warren here today. Philly Eagle Flyers leading to the Red Sox. Greg Gibson, 5-4 Boston. Chris says the Red Sox got beat down in Houston. Twisted said King is the better pitcher of these two. I think he's supposed to be, right? And I think he's still going to be in the end here probably this year. Overall, Sonny Gray's had an incredible career. We know that, but he's on the downside a little bit. King is supposed to kind of be at his peak, it feels like. Twisted's going to lean with the under. Red Sox do have the bats, says cash game, but where are they so far? Roman Anthony, 227. Trevor Story, 138. Jared Duran, 167 here. Contreras, 150. Wilyer Abreu, 417. But Durbin, we'll let you know when he gets his first hit. Marcelo Mayer, just a 200 average. Narvaez doing well, 444. And Rafaela, center of a little bit of controversy there, hitting 211 so far. So not great for some of these Red Sox. For the Padres, Tatis 238, Bogarts 167, Merrill 217. So these guys are struggling. Only Ramon Laureano is the only guy doing anything in this lineup, but I'm still going to go over today in this one here in Boston. Yeah, right. The Maple Leafs. What the Maple Leafs are doing here? The Blue Jays, the Maple Leafs. I guess we're still back in the other, back on hockey season here. There we go. Toronto on the road here at the White Sox. Now this one I might be willing to take a little Toronto run line here. White Sox so far, not great, and we'll see what happens. But 1-5 already for the White Sox coming in. 1-5 on the run line. Toronto 4-2 so far. Just 2-4 on the run line, but 4-2 overall. First home game here for the White Sox today, and they'll have going here will be Grant Taylor, 4.5 ERA, 2.5 WHIP, 4 strikeouts in his debut and no decision. Dylan Cease, 1.68 ERA, no record to show, 0.94 WHIP, 12 strikeouts for Cease in that opener. Expected to carry a lot of load here for Toronto this year. Always disappointment to me because of his career with the Padres, but still a pretty good pitcher. Just never really did anything for San Diego, unfortunately. He had his moments, but overall, just not really that great with San Diego. I'd say it was a disappointment with Cease here, but maybe he'll be more comfortable now with these Blue Jays. Obviously look pretty good in that first one. Let's see how you're going to play this one with the Blue Jays and the White Sox. White Sox bullpen is a disaster, so it's going to be hard to trust them to do anything until they at least can square that up. 10.45 ERA, 2.27 WHIP for the White Sox and the bullpen so far. And you got, Toronto's offense. I'm willing to trust them here at this point, even if not everyone's getting going so far. But, Vladdy already 300. And how about so far Jesus Sanchez with 375 average and looking pretty good there as well. Okamoto, 290 average. Ernie Clement, 320. Andres Gimenez, the bottom of the lineup's just as good as the top of the lineup so far, it seems like. For the Blue Jays here, I'm going to lay you on the run line with Toronto today. I will go with this run line, -1.5, with the Blue Jays here at minus $1.25 over the White Sox in this one. I expect the Blue Jays actually to put up a pretty big number on Grant Taylor here, and we'll see if the White Sox can get anything going. Probably need a little bit of contribution from them in this offense. They've got a couple guys here doing a little bit, but this lineup really pretty poor so far. I've got them out in the bottom 10, not necessarily at the bottom 5, but really looking for anything from this offense. Medroth, 220, Murakami, 230, Benintendi, 200, Vargas, 260, Austin Hayes, 158. Not great numbers here from this offense. I'm going to have to take Toronto on the run line here in this one, on the road in the opener in Chicago. All right, let's see what we got here from the chat. I might have missed the plays here on the Padres game a little bit. I see Mark Lambert in there was leaning to the Padres. Nuke is on here. First 5 in full game for the Jays. 9 legacy. Took Red Sox money line, full game over. White Sox money line, NYC bar. Says Toronto on the run line as well. Twisted's on the White Sox on the run line. Chris Warren likes Cease over in his K's. Here, Cash Kane will lay 2.5 with the Jays. So, yeah, you guys are kind of on this Jays team here. Robert on the over. Greg Gibson 5-3 for Toronto. Tremaine's going to go under here in this one. Yeah, I guess if they keep I've got the Jays maybe to put up a big number here today. And let's see here. Cash Kane, Blue Jays, good pitching on the mound, better bats to have this alternate line. Murakami over here for Chris. And Greg says after the beat down there the other day, maybe they come out here playing hard today, as White Sox lost that game to Miami 10-0. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Blue Jays here and White Sox. I hope they're not as bad as they usually are, but we'll see. All right. Let's keep it moving here right now. We're looking at the Major League card here on opening day for a lot of these teams on Friday. So a lot of daytime action going, and let's keep it going here with the Reds taking on the Rangers in this one. Brady Singer here on the mound going up against Mackenzie Gore. Gore, $1.65 here in this one. And let's see here. Gore coming in with 3.38 ERA. Texas is 4-2. Cincinnati off of a pair of losses goes with Singer 6.75 ERA, 5 strikeouts in his debut, 1.75 WHIP here for Mackenzie Gore, 3.38 ERA, 0.94 WHIP, 7 strikeouts. Did get a win in his first start of the season here, and we'll see how these offenses fare right now as we are in Texas today. The total is pretty low there, 7.5 over 15, but man, I would think that we could see some okay pitching here from these two. Texas off to a pretty strong start, obviously, with a 4-2 record. They're also 1-0 as a favorite so far. Cincinnati 2-3 as an underdog. But Texas here 4-1 to the over, 1-0 to the over as a favorite. Cincinnati 3-2 to the over as an underdog. But I kind of prefer the pitching maybe here in this one. The Reds have been inconsistent offensively. The bullpen edge probably goes to the Rangers here, and with a lower total game, I would think the Rangers bullpen probably could be pretty effective against the Reds, and they're definitely bottom 5 lineup the way I have it right now. In fact, I have them in the bottom 4 here at this point, but they have had a couple guys looking pretty okay so far in this lineup. Stewart has been pretty incredible here so far, but really that's it. I mean, look at some of these guys. Friedel, 091. McLean, 190. Suarez, 217. De La Cruz, 208. Steer, 050. Noel Marte looking for a hit. Tyler Stevenson, 077. Brian Hayes, 067. A real weak lineup here so far for Cincinnati. At least Texas getting it going here a little bit. Nimmo, 360. Seager, 318. Burger Time, 350. Some nice bats here. Jansen, 294 as well so far. So Texas is kind of a, much better offense here at this point. I still have them just probably inside the bottom 10 here, but maybe a mismatch against the Reds in this one. Let's see how you're playing it today. I'm probably willing to take the Rangers here, and I'm going to take them on the run line in this one at -1.5 at plus $1.20. Give me Texas here to win on the run line over the Reds today in the season opener. It's the home opener. Let's see what the chat has here. And it's going to be Cash King says the Blue Jays have to feel some type of way losing to the Rockies. Okay, Chris Warren might be on the under here. Cash King Reds run line and Reds money line in the first 5. Says the Reds can compete here. Greg says when teams get blown out, it's hard to back them the next time. You just don't have a lot of confidence, right, when that happens. Under was a thing for a while in Texas last season. So far, though, they're home now. They are 4-1-1 to the over with their road game so far. 1-0 to the over is a favorite. But Texas so far, just one game better. Jermaine says over here in this one. He says the Reds are hitting left-handed pitching very, very well so far this season. And Twisted says the Reds bullpen is scary. Chris says, no way am I on the Reds here. Cash Kane says, Gore, not good. He was trouble here with the Nationals last season. And he's bounced around for sure. I've followed Gore's career, of course. So let's see, Jermaine here, 200 versus left-handed pitching. Versus left-handed pitching Reds. Okay, Greg says 4-3 here for Texas. Barr's got the under. Cash Kane says he likes Singer. He can deal here. Jermaine's on the money line, and Twisted's going to go with the Rangers on the run line today. Robert's going to take him -1. And Chris says Gore's going to be good enough against this Reds lineup. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like I said, I've got the Reds rated pretty low here as far as their lineup right now. Greg says Cincinnati's kind of tricky. You got to be careful with them, I guess. Cash King going with the over here. I'm going to go with the Rangers on the run line. All right, next up, the Phillies here on the road. $2 favorite at the Rockies. In this one, Aaron Nola, 5.4 ERA coming in. Wasn't great in that debut, but still 1.4 whip coming in. He's up against Michael Lorenzen here, 6.23 ERA, 1.62 whip, 4 strikeouts in his season debut. We're in Colorado here. We're going to get a Colorado-style game to get this season underway. I mean, you got this Phillies top 5 lineup here and some really good matchups against Lorenzen. Trey Turner, big matchup. Alec Baum, great matchup. Adolis Garcia, hot matchup here against this Rockies team, a bottom 6 lineup. Still could be okay for McCarthy, for Castro, for Rumfield here. Maybe the Rockies can contribute some runs for this game, and the total, of course, is 10, shaded to the over. And $2 favorite here for the Phillies. They're just 3-3 so far. Rockies are 2-4. Phillies have actually won 2 straight to kind of erase some of those early losses as they beat Washington. But Phillies so far on the run line, 1-5, despite that 3-3 record. So I think it could be. We'll see. The Rockies so far, they're 5-1 on the run line so far. All the games on the road, of course, but I think I got to try the Rockies here on the run line. This is a good start for them. You got a 5-1 run line team against a 1-5 run line team. Yeah, it's a mismatch for sure. The Phillies are far better than them. Nola, though, wasn't great in that first one. I'm going to take the Rockies here on the run line and see if they can't hang in there right now. The Rockies in this one at +1.5 at plus 105 here. I like that. Give me the Rockies in this one at home. We'll see if it continues right now. They've looked pretty good here. Now, the Phillies have dominated this series. I'm not going to try to fool anybody as far as that's concerned. They do have a dominant edge, actually, when these two teams have met here of late. Philadelphia has won 7 straight meetings against Colorado. 15 of the last 20 meetings between the two teams have gone under. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Rockies here in this one. Maybe some volatility here in Denver today. Let's see what the chat has to say. All right. Going to be under here for NYC Bar. And Mark says, this might be all season, right, Mark? Take the Rockies. They know how to put up a profit here one way or the other. Cash Kane, Phillies run line and over. Chris Warren, Rockies run line, and take them on the money line as well. Cash Kane says you got to like the Philly bats here in Colorado, though, today. Mark Lambert's going to take that plus money. Robert's going over. I think it's got to be over here today. Mark may go over, and Greg's got 6-5 Colorado here. Big upset for Greg. He likes that plus money. He likes him on the money line. All right, Greg. I feel you. I'm taking the Rockies here on the run line at least. All right, next up, we've got the Rays here on the road taking on Minnesota. Rays come in here 2-4. Minnesota comes in 2-4. You got Joe Boyle here for Tampa Bay, 3.0 ERA, a whip of 0.5, 4 strikeouts in his debut. For Bailey Ober, 6.75 ERA coming in, 1.25 whip, just one strikeout in his debut. Wasn't great. But you do have here a battle of, like I said, 2-4 teams overall. Minnesota here is a favorite for just the second time this season. They're 0-1 as a favorite. Tampa Bay's 5-1 to the over so far this season. Minnesota 2-4 to the under, but 1-0 to the over as a favorite here. I think Tampa Bay, remember, I've been raving about this lineup, but the pitching's kind of let them down. The hitting's been just fine with some of these guys. Andy Diaz, 429. Aranda, 300. Fraley, 300. Fortes, 350. Simpson, 476 down there at the bottom of the lineup. Yeah, got a couple of guys. Mullins hasn't looked good, but the Rays have been hitting. It's been the pitching that's kind of let them down for Minnesota here. They don't have too many great bats so far. Larnach, 333, but everybody else is 250 or below, and not even that in some of the cases. Buxton, 175. Keyshaw, 215 here. Bell, 222. Jeffers, 214. So the Rays look to be a little bit stronger, in my opinion, so far. Again, I like the Rays lineup, but right now, still, they're not necessarily producing as I think they're producing better than the numbers indicate here. Let me go to the chat, see what you have here. And Mark says, I already bet the Rays. Everybody's going to take Philly, says Greg, talking about that other game there. Tampa money line for Kane. Twins made the good money there yesterday, says Cash Kane, as they were able to beat Kansas City 5-1 to salvage that series. We were on the Twins, obviously, here on the run line in that one. Greg says he loves betting teams. I love betting teams at home in Coors Field. Chris is going to pass here, lean Twins. Hello to AOD in the chat. Greg's got it 4-3 Tampa. Robert's on the over here in this one. I can't disagree with that. Let me see here. Probably maybe roll with the Rays again, but I do want to look at that total now that you mention it. Thank you to AOD there. All right. I'll go ahead and stick here with the Rays in this one. Give me the Rays on the road over Minnesota. Tampa Bay for NYC Bar as well. Yeah, I think for me, looking at Tampa Bay here in this series, Minnesota definitely struggling right now. The bullpen is pretty weak. The Rays, just a better situation for them. I think if this total being low does show that offense may be at a premium, but I'm going to take the Rays in this one. Chris says it's going to be cold in Indy today, 40 degrees. Roar. And when you're coming from Tampa, although to be fair, just to note a little bit here, Tampa is playing their third straight road series. They have not been home yet. And that's Chris says, how will they adjust? Yeah, like I said, so far, so they've been in St. Louis so far and Milwaukee, and now they're coming over here to Minnesota. So no home games yet, but they're still a Florida team. I know what you mean. All right, here we go. Next up, the Cubs are on the road taking on the Guardians. You got Horton here for the Cubs, $1.20 favorite against Cantillo and the Guardians here in this one. So Cubs favorite here on the road. Let's see how you have it. Horton comes in here, 2.84 ERA, 1-0 with his record so far, 0.79 whip, 4 strikeouts in his debut. Cantillo, meanwhile, 4.9 ERA, no record to show, 1.91 whip, 5 strikeouts in his opening game of the season. You have the Guardians here, minus 105. It looks like maybe even money in this one against the Cubs. Well, obviously the Cubs may be a slight favorite here, but I don't know. So far, the Guardians coming in here with a record of 4-3. The Cubs just 3-3 so far this season. Let's see how you have it in the chat. I think at least the way I'm seeing it here for the Cubs here in this one today, I'm kind of have my concerns actually for their matchup here with the Guardians. All right, let's see what you got. Willing to go to the chat here for this one. Cantillo, the left-hander on the mound. Here we go. Barr likes the over here. Twisted likes Cleveland in this one. I know the Sharps are going to be on the under here, but I don't know if I'm going to be on the under. I think I want to take the over, and Robert's on the under though, and it's listed there at 7.5 under. I'm going to have to take the over in this one with the Cubs and the Guardians. Like I said, I know the Sharps are going to be on the under here, but I'm going to look to fade them a little bit. Give me the over here in this one. So far, Cleveland 3-4 to the under, Chicago 3 overs, 3 unders. I'm going to go with the over here with the Cubs and the Guardians. All right, Tampa Bay run line there for Twisted. And Greg says 5-3 Cleveland. Chris says Minnesota under in that one. He'll take the under in that Twins game. All right, let's keep it moving here right now. We've got the O's on the road taking on Pittsburgh on opening day here. And, well, time for a celebration in Pittsburgh today. We'll get to see Connor Griffin, the hottest prospect in baseball, it feels like this season, make his debut here. Will that spur the Pirates here? You got the Orioles, a little bit of a favorite on the road. Here, $1.20, total 7.5. So maybe Griffin will perk it up here and get this game to go over. I'm not so sure. Hopefully, has a great debut, and hopefully, he's all that he's cracked up to be. Pittsburgh's won 2 in a row. Again, why you start a guy in the minors there when he's probably ready to go? That's been typical Pittsburgh. It feels like they beat the Reds 8 in back-to-back games, 8-3 here. And 8-3. How about that? Baltimore, meanwhile, comes in off of a win over Texas. You know what the score was of that game? 8-3. What's going on here? So let's see how you have it here with the O's and Pittsburgh. I have questions here, actually, with the offenses today, and that might be the fade here for me. Baltimore 3-3 coming in. Pittsburgh 3-3 coming in. Pittsburgh just 1-3 as an underdog so far this season. Both teams 3 up and 3 down as far as the totals are concerned, but Pittsburgh is 1-3 to the under as an underdog. I'm going to take the under in this one with Baltimore and Pittsburgh here. Let's see if Griffin can contribute to this lineup today. Pittsburgh for Twisted here. It says Pittsburgh's got the better bullpen, and maybe it will be an under, says Twisted here. I think for me, the Pirates have been competitive, but maybe Baltimore's lineup will be a little bit deeper here. We'll see what happens today with Connor Griffin in the lineup. Everyone's excited for it. And, Pittsburgh, O'Neal Cruz, 300. Brandon Lau, 333 so far. O'Hearn, 420. Gonzalez, 333. So got some guys in there, a little bit of offense for the Orioles. Taylor Ward, 333. Pete Alonso, 300 batting average so far. Adley Rutschman, 286. And Colton Cowser here, 330. But I'm going to go ahead and take the under in this one with the Orioles and the Pirates today. Cash Kane, Pirates first 5. Var says Pittsburgh on the run line. Chris says lean over. The Pirates bullpen is a mess, he says so far. And Chris may be on Henderson here. Henderson so far 160 batting average and has had some hesitation defensively. Robert likes the under as well in this one, but we'll see. Maybe Griffin is the one to get going here, and maybe he'll. Hey, we saw him in spring training. Incredible performances, incredible hitting. So, all right, here we go with the Brewers taking on the Royals in this one. Man, Brewers hot 5-1 coming in. Man, Milwaukee took the series over Tampa 2-1, outscored them in those last 2 games 14-2. First road game here for the Brewers. Kansas City, we're in the night games now. They have played already at home. They're actually on a homestand here. Took 2 of 3 from Minnesota before losing yesterday's game. But Kansas City 1-5 to the under so far this season. Milwaukee 4-2 to the over coming in. But Chad Patrick here on the road for Milwaukee. Patrick, a 2.07 ERA, no record to show so far. Kansas City has had to make an adjustment here. Luinder Avila will be on the mound here in this one, so Kansas City's had to shake it up a little bit here right away to get things going and go with Avila here in this game. The Venezuelan did pitch in the World Baseball Classic. He's certainly a pretty accomplished pitcher, I would say, even though we haven't seen too much of him here. But, he did throw for, like I said, did throw in the World Baseball Classic. He's being called up here to make his 2026 debut. 13 relief appearances last year. Did have a 3-inning start last Saturday, gave up a couple of runs. So it'll likely be a tad longer outing than a traditional opener in this one. But Michael Wacha came up sick. So they were going to bring in Avila here. The rest of the weekend starters will remain the same. Seth Lugo will start on Saturday. Bubic will start on Sunday, just right here. It's Avila that is coming in. So we'll see. I mean, look, Luinder is going to be a pretty interesting pitcher here. When you can make your World Baseball Classic team, I mean that says a lot as it is. So did have 32 pitches across 2 1/3 innings in the World Baseball Classic there. So yeah, that's pretty cool for sure. Probably maybe the 50 to 60 pitch range, I would think, maybe 50 plus. So we'll see here. Let's see what we got. I don't know if you caught it too. The news there. Carter Jensen fell asleep and didn't wake up. The Royals designated hitter overslept and had to get scratched from the lineup. Hopefully he'll get an alarm clock here so he can make a game. It's a night game, so cut him some slack. All right. Let's see how you guys have it here in this one. I don't mind maybe Chad Patrick here. I'm going to go to the chat, but I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of Milwaukee in this one in the chat right now. Let's see. Cash Cane's on the Brewers. Twisted said Patrick kind of scares him here. Bobby's on the Brewers. Robert Dixon, good morning. Oh, is Robert's up early today? Public Enemy says take the Brew Crew here. Like I said, a lot of Milwaukee. Here's over for Kane. Public Enemy, good morning. And Twisted says, look who'll be on the mound after Avila leaves. Do I have to look it up, or what's going on? Is it something I should be aware of, or is it just going to be the normal pitching rotation? Let me keep it moving here right now. Cash Kane says, alt line for the Brewers, those bats and bullpens will be rocking today. Twisted, no way he's on Kansas City here. Brewers money line or nothing. Greg has the Brewers too. And Greg says the Royals are garbage. Well, yeah, so far, 3-3 record though, but Milwaukee's been hot here so far. All right. I mean, I'm kind of with you guys. And look, it's not a terrible price. I mean, Milwaukee, you're basically getting even money with these guys right now. So, all right, I'm going to do it. Take Milwaukee here in this one. I'm with you guys. Let's go with Milwaukee here. But I don't know. Let's see what Avila has to offer. The Mariners are on the road here, taking on the Angels today. Brian Wu, 3.0 ERA. Mariners have lost 2 straight. Angels, they're off to a pretty weak start so far. Reed Detmers goes here. Angels come in with a record of 3-4 so far this season. Seattle's 4-3 to the over, 4-1 to the over on the road so far here. Reed Detmers comes in here right now with a 5.78 ERA, no record to show here for his first start, 1.29 whip, 9 strikeouts in that game for Wu. The 3.0 ERA, as I said, 0.83 whip coming in. Seattle, $1.60 here on the road against the Angels. And for the Angels, they've already playing here their first home game of the season here. Night game to debut at home. Let's see what we got. And Var says, take the Woo. Take the Woo. That might be it. Angels have looked bad so far. The lineup has too many quality hitters to play so poorly, says Chris. Yeah, Trout, 261. Channel, 280 so far. You got Joe Adele, 259. Logan O'Hop, 235. Bottom of the lineup, not great for Seattle here. Meanwhile, you're waiting for these guys to kind of get on track, but Cal Raleigh, $1.60. We've seen some Cal Raleigh here. I want to just say right now, there's some steam coming in on the Pirates and the Orioles game to go under here. So to talk about, I took the under in that one. The steam's coming on the under right now with the Orioles and the Pirates, according to the line service here. Let's see what the it's going down here to 8 flat right now, it looks like. Twisted likes the over. Chris Warren says, can the Mariners take advantage of the poor pitching here of the Halos? Mariners, like I said, 4-1 to the over as a favorite so far. So I think Wu can have a good outing here. All right, I better make my pick here in this one. I guess I could just end up here on I'm going to take the under in this one, actually, with Detmers and Wu. Give me the under here with Seattle and the Angels tonight. Greg's got it 5-3 Seattle. Okay, thanks, everybody. We'll keep it moving here right now. Next up will be the Astros taking on the Athletics here in a West Division matchup. You've got the Athletics here, a little bit of a favorite right now, $1.15 over the Astros in Sacramento. How about that? Who'd have thunk it here? Astros coming in here, one of the hottest teams in the league, 5-2, winners of 5 straight. The Athletics are just 1-5 so far this season, but maybe today's their day. Maybe Springs is the man here to get it done. Christian Javier looked terrible in that first start, 11.57 ERA, 1.7 whip, just 1 strikeout. So maybe we're not going to get a good Christian Javier this year. Meanwhile, for Jeffrey Springs, 3.37 ERA, no record to show for it, 1.5 whip, 2 strikeouts. I might be missing something here. I know we've talked up the A's in the past here with the makeshift home in Sacramento. They've had their moments here. The total's 10 in this one, maybe shaded to the over. But so far for Houston, Altuve 350, Alvarez 417, Correa 300, Walker 320. There's some pretty good numbers for these bats and for the Athletics so far. Kurtz only hitting $1.06, not even hitting 060. Shea Langoliers has been on fire, we know that, but Soderstrom $1.75, Rooker 167, Jacob Wilson 200, Butler under 100, Muncy just 182. The Athletics lineup has been poor. I don't know what's going on here with this one. Seems like a great bargain here for the Astros. But, the A's at home do have their share of support, I guess. Let's see what you got here. It's going to be over 10 for Twisted. Chris says Astros money line cash game does like the Athletics, though. Greg says Oakland easy here. Twisted said the Astros are hitting, and you got the A's here, not so much. Chris is on the over. Astros will beat up the Athletics just like they beat up the Red Sox there. Phil Eagle Flyer, hello. Nice to see you there. There's a frog in the hot tub. Ribbit. And Javier should come out better today. A's money line, though, for Robert. There is some A's support here. And Javier, control issues so far. All right, I'm going with the Astros in this one. Maybe we will get a good Athletics club here, but I'm going to have to take the Astros, at least in this game. Houston on that 5-game winning streak. The better offense, I think, and consistent. A's bullpen has been surprisingly good. I got to give them that so far. But really, the starters and the lineup, I think, puts the edge back to Houston, especially at only $1.20 here. So I'm going to take the Astros here in this one against the left-hander and go with Houston here. All right. Jimbo's here today. And Jordan says, Chris, he's in beast mode right now. Man, Jordan has been great, no doubt. 417 average, 3 home runs, 10 hits, 8 runs. Jimmy Nose is on the Astros here. Atlanta Braves take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, these guys played yesterday, 17-2 in favor of Atlanta. Hey, we were on the Atlanta Bats, said, hey, we like this Atlanta offense yesterday. I don't know if I can take credit for 17 runs, but here they are on the road with Grant Holmes, a slight favorite here for Holmes. 5.4 ERA, 0-1 record, 1.4 whip, 4 strikeouts. For Erod here, did look good in that first outing. No earned runs, 1.2 whip, 5 strikeouts. Arizona has won 3 straight before dropping that game 17-2 yesterday. To Atlanta here. And, well, you got Atlanta about $1.20 there on the screen right now. And, yeah, that looks pretty accurate. In fact, I'm showing them maybe even $1.15 here in some spots right now. So let's see, though, how you have it, actually, with this one. With the Braves on the road, maybe a reasonable price here, actually, at $1.20. But, Arizona 3-4 so far. Atlanta is 5-2 so far this season. On the run line, however, you do have Arizona is 3-2. They're 1-4 straight up, but 3-2 on the run line. Meanwhile, Atlanta 5-2 straight up and on the run line. Atlanta's gone under in 6 of 7 games so far this season. Now Arizona's been an over 3-2 so far, and the Braves did go over yesterday, obviously with those 17 runs, but even that's a little bit of an outlier, a little bit anyway. But let's see here. Do you think the Braves can get it? Let's go to the chat. Here we're moving along briskly. Don't forget, the guys will be here in 90 minutes to preview these baseball games and give us some great winners. I'm going to the chat here and see what you got. Chris loves Jordan there. Greg says the Buck Oakland will represent today. Here we go with this game. Cash Kane says Diamondbacks on the money line. Twisted Atlanta lean to the over. Robert's on Arizona here. Public Enemy Astros Athletics under. And Chris says the Braves look like Arizona. Everyone is talking the teams down for the year so far. Okay, fair enough there. Johnny Walker says, I think that's Las Vegas. There. First 5 on the run line. Chris says Atlanta's hitting the ball. They're getting good starting pitching and solid bullpen. Just what it'd be nice. The bullpen, you're right. 1.42 ERA so far. The offense is obviously rolling. Arizona bullpen's got to be a red flag, man. 8.39 ERA so far for the Arizona bullpen coming in. So could be even late separation here for Atlanta if that's the case here. I like the price again for Atlanta, and I want to take them again. I like Atlanta here on the road over Arizona. Maybe easy to take them here after 17 runs, but yeah, I'm gonna here. And I think that's it here. Let me just I got a little. Ramon's got a little technical problem with his hand, so let me wake up my diabetes fingers there. Public enemy on the Braves. Let's see. Chris says the Diamondbacks are a feisty team that plays good at home. Or Atlanta won't score 17 tonight, says Greg. You step out on a limb there. Let's see. Greg does have it 6-4. He does have it 6-4 in favor of Arizona here tonight, but I'm taking Atlanta. All right. And let's keep it moving here right now with our show and go to the finale here on the baseball card. Nolan McLean and the Mets, $1.30 at the Giants here. And Tyler Mahle, a Mets favorite here, $1.30, 7.5 over 15 in this one. McLean favorite. For Nolan McLean, comes in here with a 3.6 ERA in that first start, 1.2 whip, 8 strikeouts. Tyler Mahle, 4.5 ERA, 1.5 whip, 5 strikeouts in his first start. They did lose the Giants in that first start for Tyler Mahle. Giants come in 3-4. The Mets come in 3-4, but the Giants are 2-4 as an underdog, 1-5 on the run line. These two teams definitely a solid under here so far. Mets 2-5 to the under. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they're 2-3-2 to the under. 1-3-2 to the under as a dog. But let's see what you think here. Mets on the road, taking on the Giants here. And I don't know. Giants as a dog might be just enough for me here in this one. I'm going to take the Giants at home against the Mets in this one. Give me the Giants at plus $1.10, $1.15 or so. That's it for baseball. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Let me get the last of the comments here in this game. Under Mets money line for Kane, under the Mets. Giants were the team for Cash Kane yesterday. Chris Warren was on the Giants, but he's not sure about tonight. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take him here. Giants just 1-5 as on the run line so far, but they are a dog here. They were dogs in all those games, though. Actually, so far, 6 of the 7 games anyway. It hasn't been good. Giants are off to a rough start, despite a 3-4 record. They've been a little bit overrated, I think, so far, but I'm going to take him tonight. Cash Kane's on the over and Giants for Robert as well. That's it for the major leagues today. And we'll be ready to go. And don't forget, Bases Loaded coming up in 90 minutes with Mikey Money and Sharky, and they'll go over the card today, get you those daytime winners. All right, let's go to the NBA tonight, where I'm going to look at 8 of the 9 games. One game didn't make the cut. Which one do you think that would be? Let's go to it. Take a look here at the Pacers. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get these last baseball plays in. 9 legacy. Brewers, money line. Athletics, money line. Seattle, run line. Braves, run line. Giants on the money line. All right. Here we go with the Pacers taking on the Hornets. Here you have Hornets, a massive favorite, of course. I don't know. Pacers are actually showing some life here. They've covered 7 straight games. Another one of those teams that it seems like all the tankathon teams, they're playing bad most of the time, but they all threw in almost a winning streak in there somewhere. This happens to be the Pacers moment. It feels like right now, but they're still getting 16 points or so. In fact, they're getting 15.5. So let's just make it 16 because there we go. I don't think I mind the Hornets here. Probably rolling a lot of these, but I'm going to take the over in this one between Indiana and Charlotte. Now, these two teams are not necessarily over teams this season, especially Charlotte. they're a big-time under team. But Indiana's been going over heavily here of late, and they're in that solid group here right now with 7 straight covers anyway. They still have dropped 17 of their last 20 overall, but they usually are getting enough points. Here, I think it will be a little bit tougher against a Charlotte team that is 7-2 against the spread in their last 9, but I prefer the over. Indiana's gone over in 8 of their last 9, and like I said, the reason they're covering, the offense has been a little better. The defense isn't great, so they are 37-20 to the over as an underdog. Talking about the Indiana Pacers, Charlotte is an under team, and they've gone under in 6 of their last 7. But 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams have gone over, and I think that's the way that I'm going to look at this one today, and going over here in this one with Charlotte and Indiana here. For Indiana right now, I'm sorry, for Charlotte right now, 48-29 against the spread this season, and this is kind of a bad team versus a good spread team spot, I think. Hornets still might be the right spot for me, but I'm going to take the over in this one. Okay, here we go. Chris says the league's expanding, and some of these games are just out of control. How about the Seattle Supersonics? Man, it's going to be good to have them back in the league. Look, Vegas is going to be in there. They'll probably get the Knights owner to be the owner here, I would think. Cash gains on the over. Pacers to cover that big number. They've covered 7 in a row, but I'll go over here. I wonder if it might come to an end anyway. Next up, we've got the Timberwolves taking on the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Sixers are favored in this one by 2, total 233.5 here with Philadelphia. At home here, we got injury concerns on both sides, and we just don't know yet how this is going to shake down with the injuries today, because you've got here so far Joel Embiid doubtful in this game and Edwards questionable, so got to kind of hang your hat on that and just think that's going to be the case between these two right now. So look, it's a pretty short number here for a Philadelphia team that's done a pretty nice job covering some numbers. Here of late for Philadelphia here, 25-16 against the spread as a favorite. Minnesota just 17-20 against the spread as a dog. Philadelphia, they've been a strong favorite overall, 31-10 straight up as a favorite. I haven't really talked about that too much. Their record, a lot to show for, just 42-34, but they've been kind of a quiet team here for a team that, they're going to be in the playoffs here, certainly. They're inside the top 6 here. They're actually tied with the Raptors for 6th place. So somewhat important game for Philadelphia here as well. For Minnesota, we'll see if Edwards makes this lineup. Right now, they're in 6th place, a game behind the Rockets. I don't know if they're going to get up to 5th or 4th here necessarily, as we're down to the final 6 games of the season. So let's see what you got here in this one. I'm going to take the under, I think, here in this matchup with Philadelphia and Minnesota. Tough to recommend any unders right now, but I'm going to do it here, at least in this game. Minnesota's under in 7 of their last 10, even though they are kind of a road team over. There were 9 overs and 9 unders as a dog. Philadelphia might be over as a favorite, but they're just 19 overs, 19 unders at home. So I'm going to go with the under in this one with Minnesota and Philly. See what you have in the chat here. It's going to be Public Enemy. Always on the Hornets there. Wolves for Public Enemy. Greg Gibson likes a blowout for Charlotte. Robert's on the Sixers here. And Greg says Philly wins these type of games. Steve Leftarian is on Philadelphia here as well. And I'm going to take the under here with the Wolves and the Sixers. 9 Legacies on the Sixers on the spread. Cash Game likes the T-Wolves on the money line. The Hawks are on the road. Oh man, the Hawks are on the road. They are taking on the Brooklyn Nets here. Man, big number here for Atlanta in this one, but they've won three straight. They're looking good again here. A little bit dicey to want to lay a huge number like this, but Brooklyn. Uh, they did cover three in a row before losing to Charlotte last time out at home here. Lost by 20. 31 points. So I don't know. Will we get that type of game here? Atlanta's covered two straight. They beat Orlando and Boston. They're playing pretty good. Uh, did beat Detroit. Didn't cover a big number against Sacramento at home, but they're still 22-16 against the spread on the road. I'm probably going to take Atlanta here and lay 17 points. Someone's got to do it. Could be enough of a high score here, I think, that could allow Atlanta to pull away. While these two teams, especially Brooklyn, are unders here, it looks like Atlanta's still 21-17 to the over on the road, and with a blowout script, I think that kind of favors the over here in this one. You have a Hawks team that is 17-2 straight up, 15-4 against the spread in their last 19 games. The Nets have lost 11 of 10. Brooklyn's 5-2 against the spread right now, but it might be a little bit of noise here. Brooklyn 2-9 to the under in their last 11. They kind of slow the pace here, but I think Atlanta's going to put up some numbers here. I'm going to go with the Hawks on the road. I'm going to lay 17 points in the Tankathon. Let's see the chat here. Philly will win this game. Top of the last game there. And Kane says if 76ers play everybody, they'll cover the spread. Here's Steve says Atlanta on the spread, 9 Legacy's got Brooklyn to cover here. And I think here's Greg Gibson says 117-98 in favor of Atlanta. Dimitri says Atlanta's got the woodshed game coming here in this one. I agree. I'm going to take Atlanta in this one. All right, the Bulls are at the Knicks here tonight with the Knicks favored by 16, total 237. The Bulls continue to struggle here. They're waving the white flag right now with this losing streak. They did cover a couple of games here against San Antonio and OKC, getting a big number like this, but those were 19-point spreads, I think, 18-19. This is 16. So, but maybe the Bulls, it could be their spot here, I think. No, not that the Knicks aren't great covers, but right now they're not covering anything here at this point. 2-8 against the spread, their last 10 overall. Chicago's 28-20 against the spread as a dog here. Knicks, it's an inflated big home favorite. The Bulls have quietly went 6-1 against the spread versus the Knicks as well. Both teams kind of trending to the over here, especially the Knicks, who have also gone over in 6 of the last 8 against Chicago. No defensive intensity at all for the Bulls. They do have a little bit of personnel issues here, I believe. We're just getting the update here now, actually. Right now, let's see what we've got. What's come in here? Yabusele is probable, but Bulls have plenty of injuries. Simon's out. Ivy's going to be out now. Smith out. Trey Jones questionable. Richards questionable. Giddey questionable. So I'm going to take Chicago, though, here. I think Giddey might make this lineup, and I'm going to take the Bulls, doubles, plus 16 points against the Knicks here. Give me Chicago in this one. We go to the comments. Let's see here. Jalen Johnson for Jordy. Hawks money line and over. Greg says Brooklyn will not score 100 tonight. Dimitri's got the Bulls here. Greg says 127-110 line. Legacy Bulls on the spread. Says the spread tells you everything you need to know. This is a blowout tonight, he says. I'm going to take the Bulls here plus the points. Next up, the Jazz are on the road taking on the Knicks. Knicks have won 4 in a row, a favored by 15.5. Utah's been struggling. They're back on another losing streak right now, but they did cover the last 2 games against Denver and Cleveland, getting big numbers, 17 and 16 respectively here. So as feels like a spot where maybe Utah hangs in here again. Houston's been a crummy cover. We know that. 26 and 40 against the spread as a favorite. 14 and 23 against the spread at home. Meanwhile, Utah 19 and 18 against the spread on the road, but they've been covering here 3 of the last 4. Houston, winners of 4 straight, covered 2 of those. Let's go to the chat, though, in this one with Utah here and the Rockets. I'm going to take these points. I'm taking 17 against the Rockets here. Utah's got nothing going, but I'm going to take them. Bulls money line for Jordy, and Greg says Vegas waiting for you to catch that bait. Greg says Utah plays the Knicks. Ramon, what are you talking about? I don't know. I have the Utah playing the Rockets. What is Greg saying there? I might get the. What is he saying? Is he saying they? What is he saying there? Houston played the Knicks the other night, right? Houston got the win 111-94. Then they lost to Milwaukee. Hope I get that right. I don't want to mess it up, Greg. Sorry about that. Cash Kane says likes OKC and the Lakers here tonight. I'm going to take Utah I'm taking Utah against Houston. If anybody has any question about it. Demetri says need to change is sad Knicks here. Kane says like OKC last night against the Lakers. Hope I got that one right. I don't want to screw it up too bad here. Toronto Raptors on the road, taking on the Memphis Grizzlies in the Tankathon tonight. Raptors favored by 13 here in this one. Total 233.5. Both teams have actually lost 2 straight right now for Toronto. They come in with losses against Sacramento and Detroit. Memphis, meanwhile, losses to Philadelphia and New York. Coming into this one, Memphis 24 and 31 against the spread as a favorite here. This is in the Tankathon, though. I'm probably just going to go with Toronto to roll in this one. Favored here by 13, total 233.5. Give me the Raptors here. I'm not going to belabor it too much. I'll take them in a blowout here in this one for the Raptors. Right now, they dominate this matchup historically. Memphis just doesn't compete against them. Memphis also just 2-15 straight up and 2-10 at home in their last 12 straight up. Memphis trending over, but Toronto does kind of suppress pace here. Memphis 22-16 to the over, but Toronto 14-24 to the under, 16-28 to the under as a favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and take, though, the Raptors here in this one. Lay a baker's dozen. We've got here, the screen said the Knickers. Oh, it said the Knickers in Utah. Did it really? Let me see that. Oh, Jazz at Nick. Oh, thank you. I see it there, Greg. Yeah, Jazz and Rockets. It's too late now. Oh, man, I blew that one. I was just talking it, huh? I wasn't even looking. You got me there. Let me get back to the right game, though, here, obviously, with the Raptors here. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate that. I'm laying it with the Raptors here. Any more picks, though? Let's see. Sensabaugh here. Rockets money line and Sensabaugh. Robert's on the over here. Greg says 125, 110 Toronto. Greg, the solutions here, he said these 1,000 or more favorites here. It looks like a boxing match. A lot of people have been taking all the double-digit favorites in parlays. Doesn't work out every night, and I don't even know if it's profitable all the way around, but for a while there, it was covering every night. Last few times, there have been a few upsets. What did you take it on the money line? You take these big favorites on the money line. Jordy says take RJ Barrett and the Raptors. Okay, we're running out of games here. Celtics are taking on the Bucks here in this one, and the Celtics, a huge favorite here, and they might be good to go here. Actually, it looks awkward with 17.5 point favorite, but Boston's been playing so well, and Milwaukee's, they probably finally threw in the towel here after a while. Boston 25-14 against the spread on the road. Milwaukee 18-20 against the spread at home. Boston 13-26 to the under on the road here. I'm going to take the under in this one big time. I'm going to say this one is probably going to be in the mid 200s. I don't think Milwaukee might not even get to 100 points tonight if Boston, it's easy to say if they try, but Boston's been pretty strong here right now, and I would think this is going to be a big-time under. Boston 13-26 to the under on the road. I think this is going to be probably somewhere in the range of 115-95. How's that? What's 120-105? That stays under. Does it get the money? 120-105? No, it's going to have to be 115-95. I think 115-95 is what I'm looking at here in this one. Somewhere around there. I think the Bucks are going to have a big problem in this game. All right. Solution says Celtics smash. Andrew says Bucks team total under here for $50 billion. And Grizzlies on the spread for 9 legacy. Robert likes the under here. I've got to go with the under as well. Give me the under in this one with Boston and Milwaukee. All right, I've got one more tonight. I'm not going to look at the Pelicans and the Kings. You're on your own there. Magic and the Mavericks will be my last game here with the Magic on the road. Laying 7 here, maybe down to 6.5 total. 238 now. 238. This one's going up here with Orlando and Dallas. And you do have the Magic here. Only favored by 7, should we say? Look, the Magic right now back down to 9th place. They need this win bad. The Mavericks have been awful here. They've lost 2 in a row. They've really struggled. We know that. Losses here to Minnesota and Milwaukee. They did cover a pair against Denver and Portland. Meanwhile, for Orlando here, coming in off a blowout loss at home, 130-101 against the Atlanta Hawks in there. For Orlando here, they're 16-20 against the spread on the road, 19-27 against the spread as a favorite. Not great numbers, but Dallas is no good either. 26-28 as a dog, 34-42 ATS overall. Still, those numbers are mediocre in comparison to Orlando's poor numbers here, but I don't know if this is a great spot for Dallas necessarily. I'm going to take the Magic here in this. I'm on the Magic for sure. I was just thinking I like the total a lot. I'm going to have to use the total here today as one of my best picks. I'm pretty sure I like the total stronger. It's just the total's up to 239. You already know where I'm headed with the total, but man, that total was 234.5, and now it's 239. Might have to keep it to myself and just bet it by a couple of points to be sure, because that's what made me balk a little bit. The 239 right now when it opened 234-ish. So a little bit dicey there, but I'll just take Orlando for now. I don't think the total is going to move back the other way, but what can I do? Let's see what you got in the chat here. Celtics bonus spread says 9 legacy. Mavericks on the spread there. And Public Enemies on the Mavs. You guys, the show's almost over, actually, here. We've only got 2 hockey games tonight. Don't worry, hockey fans. We've got a list as long as your arm on Saturday. So we'll have plenty of hockey. Hopefully we can kick some teams out of that show. But, we'll need it. Okay, here we go. We're going to the ice. Flyers and Islanders here in this one. The Flyers are an underdog against the Islanders. $1.45 here. Mostly important here, though, the standings. at this point. Got to be looked at, got to be considered here with everything that's going on. You do have the Flyers here. Important game, huge game, no doubt about it, coming into this one. Important for the Islanders too, but the Islanders are in the postseason here right now on 89 points. I think they're going to be able to hang on to this one. They have lost 2 straight, so they're kind of on the edge a little bit, but important game here for Philadelphia, though, as well. They have 86 points, just 2 points behind Ottawa. Close game, closely rated game here. I'm going to take the Flyers in this one to win here. Important game for both. I'll take the Flyers in this one on the road against Sorokin and the Isles. Give me the Flyers here. Just interested in the plus money, pretty much $1.20 or so. Philly has lost 2 straight, but so have the Islanders here. And this season, Islanders just won at Philly last time they met, and Philly won at the Islanders back in November. This is the 4th meeting, I believe, between the 2 teams here. I'm going to take the Flyers in this one. All right, let's see here. Jordy's on the Flyers money line, and Robert likes the under here. All right, just one more, you guys. Wow. Then we'll have an hour to go before the guys are in here. That's okay. Get time. Maybe I gotta go get some sausage McMuffins. Man, we just had a kind of a slow show here today. The crowd wasn't too big. I guess they're over on watching some other shows, huh? All right, here we go with the Blues taking on the Ducks here in this one. Ducks $1.35 at home. I gotta like the Ducks here. I think this price is very manageable. It might be up to $1.40. Anaheim's lost 3 straight. St. Louis has lost 2 straight coming in, but I'm going to take the Ducks here. Blues do own the Ducks, no doubt about it. But at $1.45 here or so, the Ducks trying to, hang on to the division right now. They're tied with Edmonton on 87 points here. We know the Blues have been toast for quite a while. They haven't been eliminated yet, but it's going to be soon. Anaheim, like I said, on a 3-game losing streak, but they're still 23-10 at home. 15-10 is a favorite.
Final.
Meanwhile, St. Louis 13-19 on the road. So I'm going to take Anaheim tonight. They need this one desperately if they're going to try to win the title, because Edmonton's won 5 in a row since King Leon has gone out here. Really great job by Edmonton here right now. Anybody see the Kings game last night when the shootout went 8 rounds? No one scored until Nashville finally got the last cookie in the basket there to win the game there last night. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and take the Ducks here in this one as a favorite. I guess the morning steam is over. Oh, man. Like I said, I got those basketball games tonight. I'm taking South Carolina and UCLA. Also, I did not have a preview for the UFL game tonight at the DC Defenders and the Columbus Aviators. I know DC is very popular but laying a field goal on the road, kind of want to take the Defenders here. I know these unders have been hot, so maybe that's the way to go as well. I'm going to go with DC here over Columbus -3, and I will go under 39.5 here in the UFL game tonight, just because I'm desperate for games here. I'm out of games right now. All right, join me over at winnable.com/Ramon. I could get some tennis together and maybe some other sports. Let me hear from Mikey Money, and then we'll get out of here.
Hey, it's Mikey Money here, letting you know the Sports Money team is live on Winnable. Come check out our best bets.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays, and they're sent right to your phone right when we drop them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
Okay, let's do the drawing. Dylon won yesterday. He won a lifetime subscription being a content partner. Congratulations to Dylon. Let's do the drawing here right now and see who wins 1 month of plays anyway from me, if you'd like. Again, I give you some other plays, just keep you abreast. It's like having additional content. No guarantees when you got the free month, but Nicholas Handy got that Sabres. Thank you, Nick, for all your contributions here to the Morning Steam show. One of our best guys there, Nick Handy. All right. Thanks, everybody. That's going to do it here for the Morning Steam. We'll catch you tomorrow with more Morning Steam on Saturday. Don't forget, we've got UFC tomorrow, and you can check out VB MMA Picks here this week. We had a great show with George as our guest here this week. And we previewed the lightweight battle between Moicano and Duncan. Duncan comes in with a win over McKinney. That he looks even better after we saw McKinney look good. Moicano, meanwhile, comes in off of a loss to Dariush, but he's the number 10 contender. Duncan is unranked by the UFC of their top 15 rankings anyway. Hey, I saw the interview there that Mills did with Ethan Ewing from Anaheim Hills. Man, Ewing going up against undefeated Estefan there on Saturday, and I checked out that interview there. That was pretty cool. Doing that interview on a Thursday when he fights on Saturday. He beat Wellmaker on very short notice. I believe it was in New York there for UFC 322, if I'm not mistaken. And the most interesting thing about that, was basically they called him up on the phone, told him to get down here. We need you to take on Wellmaker. He goes on and beats him, and now all of a sudden, he's been taking the money here against an undefeated prospect who came up through the Contender Series, who was 3-0 in the UFC, coming in a win over Bunes last time out. Now, he did miss weight twice in his 3 fights, but here he moves to bantamweight, where he'll be more comfortable, actually, but we'll see. Ewing was a $3 dog against Wellmaker. Now he opened $1.15. He's up nearly to $1.50 right now. So Ewing's a hot commodity in the betting market here this week, and we'll have our UFC show tomorrow. Or you can check out VB MMA Picks underneath the live tab here on the Sports Money Network and check out our previews for Saturday. All right, that's going to do it here for the Morning Steam. I'll have my picks also. Make sure you're on board with me this weekend to get my UFC picks here. I'll issue them out probably tomorrow, probably tonight. There, Jordy, thank you for your soccer in there today. Phil Eagle Flyer, thank you. Public Enemy Robert, thank you as always. Appreciate everybody here joining me on the show. That's going to do it. And don't forget, joining the guys here in just a short order in 1 hour for Bases Loaded. Mikey Money, Sharky will be here going over the baseball card. I'll do it. I'm ready to go. I need some more picks here today. So looking forward to watching those guys. All right, that's going to do it for the Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott. So long. See you tomorrow. Thank you to the 15 people that hung out here. I don't know where they all went today. It's Good Friday. So, again, make it a thoughtful day here on Good Friday, right? Be thankful for everyone around us and just make sure that we're taking care of those around us. All right, you guys. Thanks a lot.
Cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.